Um, yeah, I hope you're doing great. Hey, as we're getting rolling here, let me throw the graphics on the screen like I got to do while we're waiting. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to go to coopedup.com and sign up for my email updates. A little pop-up window will come on. And also, if you have not followed me on Instagram, I'm cooped up on Instagram and other places too, but that's the main one. So, hey, Mama, good to see you. I didn't think I was going to see you today. So good to have you. I got a new computer today. That is what I am on. So I just got it a little bit ago, and I can already tell that I need to change some settings on it. But it keeps popping up. So I love getting new computers, and I love putting all the stuff on them and all that. 'Cause I never transfer over the old stuff to the new stuff. I always just start from scratch new and then put things on it as I know I need them, just in case I don't need it or don't want to take up the memory or whatever. Or in case something that I was doing before was causing the problem with my computer before, maybe that'll go away. So that's what I always do. But so now I'm going through it and just the permissions on everything. I forgot how much you have to give your computer permission to follow you, to talk to you, to watch you, all of that kind of stuff. But here we are. Good. My office looks like NASA right now because I have like 2 computer screens, and then I've got a computer and another computer screen under my desk at the moment, the one I was using before. So it's good stuff, though. What else? Okay, so I wasn't here yesterday. I've had a very good week. I'm just going to leave it with that knock on wood. It has been a very good week for me so far. I can't talk about why just yet. But part of the reason I missed yesterday was an important meeting about something that's coming to fruition next week. That's going to be big news. And I'll share it with you when I can. Are you curious? I may be overselling it. It's big for me. Let's put it that way. So, and it was also Todd's birthday this week. So Wednesday was Todd's birthday. The big 4-5. He and I are officially the same age for about 3 months. I'll be 46 on December 14th. Mark your calendars. So we're the same age for a little bit. It's always fun. By the way, I found the gift. For those of you who weren't watching, I am notorious about getting a gift. So Todd's parents sent the gifts here, like weeks ago, and I needed to hide them. Well, I'm notorious for hiding things in places that I can't remember where I hid things. So I'll buy Christmas presents for people well in advance, put them somewhere, totally forgot that I did it, don't find it. Stuff for the kids. I found duplicate toys like months later because I was like, oh shit, I actually bought that. Did not mean to do that. Or I just hide stuff from myself. I was looking for something the other day, and I found an envelope with $600 in cash in it that I had hidden from myself. Actually, I don't know what I was hiding it from, but I forgot that I had it. And then I was like, oh, score, $600 in cash. Sign me up. You're living a pretty okay life if you can lose $600 in cash and not realize it. I fully admit that, and I am very, very happy that I'm in that situation. So yeah, what did I get, Todd? That was something that someone else. Does anyone watch? Okay, good. Tawana said, was that you and Todd walking this morning with the dogs? Yes, we do every morning. Todd walks the kids to school, or one of the kids to school. I drive the other one, and because she does not want to walk to school. And then by the time I get back, I immediately get the dogs and walk down the block, and we meet each other at the edge of the golf course, and then we walk for a mile. And then by then he's got 2 miles under his belt, and then I keep going for another 1.5 miles, 2 miles all by myself. So yes, you did see us. And Michelle wants me to hide that $600 next door next time. And Sandy's here. Oh, Sandy, look what I've got for you. I got you Mickey. I just need to bring it to you. I almost did it today, but then I ran out of time. I was going to personally deliver it to your house and leave it on your doorstep and knock and run. But I did not get around to it today, so I'm going to do it in the next few days. What did I get for Todd? Someone asked. So I can tell you now and it involves the walking thing. So Todd is notorious for wearing tennis shoes until they are fucking falling off his feet. They're pancake flat in the bottom, And so I bought him a new pair of On tennis shoes. That's like the Swiss brand of tennis shoes. I have a pair. I love them. And so I bought him a pair of those. And then I bought him, he needed some, as it's getting cooler in the morning, he only had regular t-shirts. So I bought him some like these athletic pullovers that he can put on. They're so cute. I got those at Target and they are the cutest thing ever. And then what else? I got him 3 of those. Oh, and then I got him a pair of joggers also, so like casual pants that are kind of pegged at the bottom. And I got those at one of my favorite stores, DLM Supply here in Oak Cliff. They have a menswear store and a women's wear store that are right next to each other. DLM Supply is the name. That's where I buy most of my bandanas also, which I have not worn very much this week. I've just been like all over the place. Good week though. That's a sign of a good week, right? Anyway, what else was I going to talk about today? Do y'all have anything in particular that you want me to talk about? Put it in the comments. I was thinking about stuff. So stuff that I want to keep around after COVID, right? This is some of the things that are happening. Food delivery, definitely. We're using that up and I love it. I hope the restaurants love it too. And I hope they realize that it's a lot easier. So there's that. Waiting in the car for like a doctor's appointment, a veterinarian's appointment, orthodontist, those types of things. I am there for that. I would rather sit in my car with my own music, being able to talk full voice on the phone, doing whatever, comfier seats. I have better magazines in my car. I'm kidding. I don't have any magazines in my car. But I like that. I hope that sticks around, like that waiting rooms become obsolete. And how awesome would that be for the doctors also to not have to rent that extra space for a waiting room? Maybe just a room for 1 or 2 chairs for people who don't want to wait in their car. But yeah, I think that would be awesome. What else? Booze delivery, obviously. Touchless delivery. I am loving where they just leave shit on your door and you don't have to engage at all. And the same with putting stuff in the back of your car. And I think the most important thing that I am hoping we keep after COVID is that we can stay home most nights without shame. Like it's a noble thing to stay home. I am there for that. You know, I love a good Saturday night at home. I love a good Friday night at home. I have no delusions of being a social butterfly anymore, and I am so glad. Fewer face-to-face meetings. Yes, Aaron, I agree. I think a lot of meetings, there's no reason you got to drive there and all of that, and you can still have some sort of rapport with people. Now, face-to-face meetings are important sometimes, right? But not all the time. And Beth agrees that waiting in the car is so nice. Yes, I do too. So those are like some of the things I want to keep around. Now, virtual learning is not one of the things I want to keep around. Claire wants to do it so badly again. Mason has no interest. I have no interest in that either. Like I want them out of my house. I want them gone. Now, occasionally there's like a romantic thing in my brain about like, oh, we could take Bernadette the Winnebago and go and they could do remote learning from wherever. But the reality is they can't. Because first of all, they got to be there all day anyway. So that's just a whole day, just somewhere else. There's no space, no separation, and the Wi-Fi sucks there. I like my house a lot. I actually, with COVID, have really fallen in love with my house again. Like I really, really have. I love it. And if you've been to my house, you can probably understand why. It's pretty awesome. And also, I think that one of the blessings is, and I've probably talked about this a million times before, to be a little on the sappy side, I've really enjoyed the family time. I've enjoyed being with the kids a lot, kind of being with Todd a lot, even though we're in different rooms of the house, kind of seeing each other through the day, all of that. I have really, really enjoyed that part of it. That said, I did have a conversation, and Sandy, let me finish with y'all. Sandy loves working from home. So I like working from home more. I don't want to work from home permanently. I don't want to work from home full time. But I could see like, I'm just going to work from home today and that not being a big deal. Like, I just think that is, I am like, usually I used to work from, I've always said that self-employment was totally wasted on me anyway, because the hours I keep and all of that. But now I can see a little bit more relaxed. You could normally when I worked from home before, it was because like I had a contractor coming by the house, or like a fumigation, or air conditioner repair, or was waiting on a package that I had to sign for, that sort of thing, right? Now I think you can say it without shame or without embarrassment. Just, hey, I'm gonna work from home today. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be lazy. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get less done. My people have been actually getting more shit done, like killing themselves. So, like I've had to be like, slow down. You're gonna burn yourself out. It's okay. Hmm. And Aaron let his office go completely. Yes. So that would be, I could let my office go completely and it would be worth like a whole client for me. But my people like having the office. I think there's some, I don't know. I'm still very conflicted about it, but I did order. We're going to start going back probably the middle of next month. I ordered giant, this is something that I did not think I would do, and I have not told y'all about yet. Ordered giant plastic screens. They're clear plastic. They're on like poles and they're pulled taut. I ordered a few of those to put between desks and put some plants around them and stuff to create the barriers. And then I think we're going to be set, good to go. Aaron also discovered my love of the RV life. Me too. I was really, really surprised how much I enjoyed RV life. And Beth, 1,000% agrees. While I appreciate the option, I have no desire of hearing, Mom, 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 I need help with 5th grade. Insert the freaking subject. Yes, exactly. Fortunately, my kids, so yours are in the 5th grade. So I have a 5th grader and a 6th grader. My kids are wholly independent on it. Like they don't call me for shit, for help on anything. Like they figure it out, and I am there for that. Because I always say I'm not raising children. I am raising people to be capable adults. My whole thing on child rearing is that I am raising people into contributing members of society, adults at some point. Yeah, so there's that, which actually is a great seg for me. As I was having a conversation with someone earlier today on my walk, I got stopped by someone. We were just chit chatting and talking about kids, and it brought up something that some of y'all have probably heard me say this before. It's just one of my lines, one of my little stories. I am not a child-centric parent. So, but what I mean by that is my world does not revolve around my children. They are very important to me. Don't get me wrong. But I am me, they are them, and we are together, right? I am not changing who I am because I have children. And this is what I love about Cardi B also. I don't expect them to change who they are just because I'm their parent, right? So like it's all of this. And I always say, and I tell this directly to my children all the time. I was like, keep in mind, this is the Cooper and Todd show. Y'all are very important characters for about 20 seasons of this show, but we had a show before you, and we got to keep this show going after you. And in about 20 years, you're going to leave. You're going to get your own spinoff, and you're only going to appear on our show during holiday specials and cameo appearances. That's it. That's all we got. We got to figure out how to keep this show interesting and on the air well after you're gone. When you have the Mason Cott show and the Claire Cott show, peace out. I'll appear on that one too occasionally. But that's what I always tell my kids. And that's the exact story I use. And I think that is so important. I think that a lot of people lose themselves in their children. Like it gives them purpose, but the problem with that purpose is that purpose goes away. And that purpose eventually doesn't want you to be their purpose either. Like I'm already hitting it in 11 and 12 years old. Like they do not want this. And I cuss, and this is Aaron is saying, I cuss, deal with it, kiddo. No filter in our house. Yep. Fuck it. That same here. I cuss like, well, y'all heard me cuss in front of my kids. And I'm like, that is part of being an adult too, knowing the right situations to do things. I even let them cuss in front of me a little bit. It does not, Todd doesn't like it, but it does not bother me as long as it's not an F-bomb. I'm kind of like, just as long as you're using it right and it makes sense and it's funny. Like if it's funny, you can get away with pretty much anything with me. Let's see what y'all are saying. Oh, Monica Fide wants casual wardrobe forever. Yes, I do, and I am enjoying that. Monica's saying my hair looks different today. I don't know why. I got a different computer, and the lighting is a little different in here today. I'm moving some stuff around. Oh, we could put up shades also. So I think the lighting is just different. It looked like a wreck earlier today. Oh, and Monica's also saying she has plexiglass on her desk at work. That is interesting. What else are we talking about here? So Monica, by the way, I guess you're doing better since you're watching. Um, let's see. Crystal likes being in the office a couple of days a week. I've only been back for about a month, but so far, so good. Yeah, I think that. So I've been to 2 meetings, in-person meetings this week now. Everyone wearing masks. Everyone, no handshaking. I miss hugs. I'm a hugger. I hug everybody, so I do miss that a little bit. But everyone like in the same room with masks on and all of that, and I think that that's considered safe, right? I, I'm hoping. Um, let's see. The creation should never be more important than the creators. Yes, I agree completely on that. Um, and Monica Fayed has lost herself and her dog in COVID. Oh my God. So Claire came home from school today. It's like, can we? There's a dog in our school community. One of the teachers who it needs a foster because she's fostering it, but she can't foster it anymore. Can we foster it? And I'm like, no, I don't want another dog. Please, please, please. No, I don't want another dog. And then I come to find out it's a fucking like 65-pound dog puppy that is going to be like 100-pound dog somewhere. I'm like, that is not inter. I already have enough fucking heartbeats to take care of. And I've already told the kids they better love these dogs a lot because we are not having another family dog after this. Now, famous last words. I've actually never not had a pet in my entire existence. But if it's got a heartbeat, I am taking care of it in this house, and Daddy's tired of that. I do not want to do that anymore. Um, what else are y'all saying? Yeah, Crystal's saying she's a hugger too. I have no idea whether that will come back. It'll come back. It just may not come back quickly. Oh, speaking of kids, one of the things I wanted to talk about also, have you heard this bullshit? So there's a kid in Louisiana, I think he was in like the 5th grade or something, who got expelled from virtual distance learning. He got expelled because while taking a test, the teacher noticed he had a BB gun on his bed in the background. In his own fucking room, he had a BB gun on his bed. Wasn't holding it, wasn't aiming it at the screen, anything. Literally, it was just in the background. Again, this is news-ish, so I may be getting some of the facts a little bit wrong, but this is my basic understanding of it. He was taking a test. He had it muted, so he wasn't hearing them and stuff. And the teacher was trying to talk to him, and she didn't hear him, or he didn't hear the kid. And then the teacher disconnected or something. And then the kid got expelled because he had a firearm at school. But he wasn't at school. He was at his house, in his bedroom. And that was his bed in the background. Isn't that crazy? I read that. I was steamed about that. Now, like our school is really strict. Oh, and it was in Louisiana. It's a hunting state, exactly. And I had a BB gun. I think I got a BB gun for like my third, my birthday in like the 3rd grade or something. Like I've had guns my whole life. We don't have one right now, but like I've been around guns my whole life. And because Texas, especially rural Texas, you hunt a lot of things, right? And you just have them. It just burned me up when I read about it. Like that is so dumb. And like our school has certain things for the remote kids. Like we're pretty strict about it. They have to be there at a very specific time. You're not allowed to eat on camera. So don't bring your breakfast to class. You have to be ready to go. You have to be wearing at least the uniform top so that you can't have a hoodie on or a blanket or anything like that. You have to be at an actual desk or table or some situation where it is a set up spot. You cannot be in a lazy boy recliner. You can't be laying on your bed, anything like that. What else? Like I said, no eating on camera. That was a big one too. And so like legit, it should not be a more comfortable version of what you're doing. The only reason you should be doing it from home is because you have concerns about wearing a mask and being around other people, all that kind of stuff. So for the fact, oh, my mom is saying she thinks they called the police. Is that what happened? Oh man, what the fuck? I might know someone whose son got suspended because he mooned his choir class during virtual school. Well, I get that. Like I can see that. By the way, Stanley Cup Finals 2020. Is that something that's happening right now? Do I need to be cheering for somebody at the Stars at the moment? I don't know. And Michelle's doing their first in-person meeting on October 5th in Austin. 8 of us. Looking forward to it. Yeah. I think as long as people don't let their guards down, like as long as you are wearing the mask, trying to be kind of distant and all that kind of stuff, I think that is the best we can expect, right? Um, anyway, that burned me up when I read about that. Yeah. Another weird thing that I read about today, which I am of two minds about whether y'all are saying Dallas Stars, so I need to be cheering for the Dallas Stars now. Go hockey balls! Yay! That's the one on ice, right? I know this actually. I used to be a big hockey fan. So before Todd, I dated a guy who had season tickets to the Stars, and they were awesome. They were like third row from the ice. They were behind the plexiglass. Like we were that close to and it was next to the penalty box, right there on the ice. It was wonderful. It was so fucking cold too. It was so close to the ice. But this was a long time ago. This is when they used to still play at Reunion Arena because that still existed. Because Todd and I have been together now 22 years almost. That's crazy to think about. But we used to go to the Stars game all the time. I love it. I love it. And Scott, who's in the comments, thank you. I'm on the new computer. I hope it's working well. I'm still working on the settings. And my sister is saying, remember when we got tickets from SMU? I don't remember that, but that is entirely possible because I think the Stars, when did they come to Dallas? Because didn't it used to be like the Minneapolis Stars, or it was a team from somewhere else that came here, and early on it wasn't super popular. And that would have been maybe when you were here, Monica. My sister lived with me here in Dallas the year after she graduated high school, and I was a junior in college. So that would have been like 95, 96. Yes. And we saw Wayne Gretzky play. I do remember that, but I guess I do remember that then. Yes. Okay. Oh, but what I was talking about is, so I saw something today that I thought was interesting, kind of freaky. Like I'm of two minds on whether I think it's neat or I think it's freaky or I think it's like too sciencey. So Ring, you know the Ring, like the doorbell, the one that plugs in and you see it on your phone and it's tied into your security system and all that kind of stuff. So Ring is rolling out a new product, and it is a mini drone with a camera that flies inside your house. So basically what happens is it's in a little, and it's a little drone. It's like, maybe, it looked like it was about the size of maybe a deck of cards, and it has a camera on it, and it has a dock, and it goes into it, and when it's in the dock, the camera is hidden. It can't see anything. But when it gets alerted, like if the security system goes off, or I don't know if it just makes rounds. I don't think it does that. But like if the security system goes off, or like there's a glass break detector or something, what it does is suddenly this little thing goes. It's very what was that? Batteries not included. Just comes out, and then it goes through your house, and it like goes to the area where there's a problem. And then I think you can program it to like make rounds and stuff so that it can videotape and see what was going on so that you don't have to go, and also so that you have video recording of it. Is that not like the weirdest thing? Like I think it's fascinating, and I like the idea and principle that if there's if glass break detector goes off or a door opens or something like that, and the whole alarm system goes crazy, and you're not home, for example, or even if you are home, if I'm in my bedroom and I just don't want to go look at it, that the still camera looking at that. So, and Allison has a point. Can you imagine the havoc it's going to create with the dogs? Yes, but admittedly, if my alarm system's going off like crazy time, the dogs are probably like losing their minds. And Monica's saying I thought it was for outside. I believe it said interior because I think the first thing you have to do is train it on like where your doors and stuff are. I don't know how. I guess maybe you walk it around, and it sort of the way like the vacuum clean, those automatic vacuum cleaners do. You maybe walk it around and show it where everything is. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's an interior only product. Exterior, that'd be really cool too, though. Like to kind of patrol the perimeter of your house, and if there's like movement or something, it goes and checks it out. Although at the same time, it is so like I don't know, it feels very bizarre to me. Do y'all agree? Like, do you think it's cool, but like weird as well? Am I the only one? Mm. And Michelle is saying that Norm Green brought the team to Dallas, and they were from Minnesota. Yeah. Um, and Sandy thinks Wayne Gretzky was so cute. I remember that too. I do. I think that was one of the. Was that maybe like one of the last games he played or something? And my sister thinks it's creepy. Like I said, I think it's both. Like I think it's creepy, but I also think it's like really cool and practical, like the way it can go and check things out, and maybe save your life if it has to go. If someone's actually in your house and you want to check it out, go. "Whoop." And there have been times like when we've been on vacation and our alarm goes off randomly, and we don't know why. And so we check the cameras on the outside of the house because we have cameras all over the place, and we can't seem to figure it out. And the alarm says, "Oh, it's the garage door." And 9 times out of 10, it's because someone didn't pull the door. Because our interior garage door, like the door between our house and the inside of the garage, is also on our alarm system. And sometimes that didn't get shut all the way, or there's an air, like the air conditioner comes on and the air pressure change will kind of pop that door open. And 9 times out of 10, that is actually what sets our security alarm off. Either that, or we have a lot of glass because we have a lot of glass break detectors instead of motion sensors. And we'll have like there's a speed bump on the street, and sometimes if someone is driving like real fast with a trailer or something, and everything jumps and then lands real fast in it, sometimes it'll set our glass break detectors off too in the front of the house. Um, uh, Allison hates drones. BB guns and drones are a great pairing. That should be the theme. I may change the title. BB guns and drones may be the title of this episode. Hmm. And Suzanne was robbed at gunpoint in the middle of the night. I like it. Our house is Fort Knox since that happened. Yeah. So I don't know if it would have helped you in that situation though, because you didn't have your alarm set. And I think that it is tied into your alarm. And if your alarm, I don't know, somehow it does something. But yes, I do like that part of it. And our house is Fort Knox. Like it is, we have so many alarm sensors and cameras outside looking at everything. And part of the reason also that we have cameras all over the place outside is for liability reasons, because when you live in a big house, there are a lot of people who try to get hurt on your property. I mean, we haven't had that, but I mean, you hear stories about that sort of thing. Um, uh, oh, and Michelle's saying that's what happened when the Dallas Police Department blew up my front door. So I never knew what happened with that. We saw you out there with them, and yeah, okay, that makes total sense now because you were home, and suddenly the police is showing up. What? My sister thinks you'll wake up at night and it's watching you. I can see you. No, I think it's got a dock, and I think there are certain things like I'm pretty sure you can set the settings. Now I'm hackers though. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. And Michelle's like, your kids are never gonna sneak out now. No, they're not. I'm raising kids that are gonna be too good for that. Too sweet, too nice. And I am completely delusional when it comes to that. What else was I gonna talk about? Chip and Joanna, I love them. I love Magnolia. My sister will appreciate this because sometimes we'll meet there. That's actually like the midpoint between our house and their house. So on Magnolia's Instagram channel today, she did a behind the scenes tour of their expansion. They're adding an entire block, like 6 new stores, a new restaurant area, a new play field, like a wiffle ball court, all kinds of stuff. I think there's like a baseball field on it, like that whole parking lot next to it. And by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Chip and Joanna Gaines from Fixer Upper have basically like a basic bitches Disney World in Waco, Texas. It's adorable at the silos. And they have expanded the silos an additional block. That block, it looks like it's the one that it might be. I couldn't tell if it was on the side, like where the bakery is on the other side of the silos, or behind the stores, and it kind of extends out from the silos. I couldn't get a good read on that, but it's all under construction now. Like, don't go right now because it looks like a mess, according to the video I saw today. but it is going to be baller shot caller. Like, it is gonna be good. I am so excited about that. 'Cause I love everything Chip and Joanna do. They're so funny. I even like their style. I love shiplap. My office has a lot of shiplap in it right now. Um, and I know that some people are like, "Oh, it's a passe." I don't know. I don't think it is because it's, like, authentic to the way things were built. So I am there for it. I'm excited. And by the way, we've talked about candles before. Oh, I think I saw someone say something, by the way. Or I might Sarah, I think I saw you say something. I'll go back to that in a moment. Um, Magnolia has a candle that I adore. It's called 12 Nights. It's technically a Christmas candle, but it is not Christmas smelling. It's just like a green smell. It smells like pine, but not overwhelmingly so. A little sweetness, but again, not cloying and not overwhelmingly so. It's just fresh. It has a little orange in it. No cinnamon, because I do not like the smell of cinnamon in candles. It is my favorite. And 2 Christmases ago, after Christmas, I ordered like and they're like 3 wick candles, and they cost like $50 each. They're very expensive. But after Christmas, I ordered them for like 70% off. I ordered like a year's worth, and that's the only candle that burned in our house. Well, I think they got wise to it because they marked them down at most like 25% this last time, and I couldn't get them on sale. But little pro tip: 12 Nights from Magnolia. That's the best that literally is my favorite candle. Let's see. Sarah is saying story time. The prize-winning American Airlines nuts arrived on my doorstep while I was in the hospital, absolutely high as a kite on pain meds. I apparently tried to tell all the nurses about how I won them, and it cracked me up like over and over and over again. Oh, you thought of me when you were high on pain meds. Oh, that. Thank you for being a fan. I love that. Do you like the nuts though? They're so good. I just ordered more last night because I just burned through my 3rd bag, and they shipped today. And they ship from Arlington, so I hope hopefully they'll be here very soon. And before I sign off, let me see if there's any other comments. Um, let's see. Mike likes Magnolia too because I go to the bar around the corner. He can drink while we shop. Yes, there's also, if you go to Magnolia, there is a Monica. What is it called? It's like an outdoor like concert and horseshoes and all of that kind of place. It's just like a patio, like a big outdoor space. Cutest bar. Like you can sit there, drink, eat. Everything's fried shrimp, fried chicken, fried pickles, everything. It's a lot of fun. And my sister's husband and my husband sit there and drink while the ladies go shopping. And it's fun. Plus, shopping at Magnolia is a lot more fun when Mike and Todd aren't there, right? I mean, come on. They don't need to judge me after I buy the $56 candle, but don't prevent me from buying it, right? Um, and Suzanne needs it. Doug hates all my candles. He keeps asking me to get something pine. Ordering one tonight. It's called 12 Nights. I don't know if they've rolled it out yet. It is their Christmas candle. Certainly they have. But 12 Nights is the name of the candle. I love it. I ordered the big one with the 3 wicks, and they're wooden wicks, and they go. It's really cute. I love them. And my sister's saying it's called backyard something. Anyway, that is all I got. I was going to tell you. I'll just go ahead and tell you. So I'm sitting here at the house. We live across the street from a golf course. And yesterday I'm sitting here doing work, and I hear 4, 4, 4, 4. Nothing good is happening on that golf course when you hear people frantically screaming. I didn't hear conk, ow! I did not hear that part. But when you hear a chorus of people like blood curdling screaming 4, oh, bitches! First of all, bitches need to stay off a golf course in an active golf course. Bitches need to not hit when there's still people on. I know that some people like to play a fairway when there's still people on the fairway. I will not do that. I do not trust my golfing abilities. I am such a inconsistent golfer that one time I won't be able to make it past the ladies' tee box, and the next time I make it all the way to the green. So inconsistent. And my granddaddy used to say, if you hit from the men's tee box and didn't make it past the ladies' tee box, you had to play the rest of that hole with your pecker out. I've never once done that, but that used to be what he said. But yeah, I heard that yesterday. I was like, ooh, something was going wrong. And then a fire truck pulls up, and I was like, oh, maybe someone was hurt. Well, there's also tennis courts across the street from my house. It sounds like I live at a country club. It's a public golf course and public tennis courts and a public walking trail. They're gorgeous. They look like it's a country club, but we don't have to pay to use them. A fire truck pulls up in front of the tennis courts here, and I thought, okay, well, they're going to save somebody who got the shit knocked out of them. All of these firemen jump out. There's like 6 firemen jumping out with tennis rackets, and they're all going across while they're waiting on a call. And you can hear the radio and the thing going the whole time. There's, well, I mean, for like 2 hours they played tennis. It was awesome. I love it. My sister's saying I've never heard that about our granddaddy. Yep, he used to. Well, you're not a boy, and you were hitting from the ladies' tee box anyways, and you don't have a pecker, so there's not one to hang out. And I don't know if he used the word pecker. I think that's the word he used. I know he did not say dick. He used like a regular word, but yeah. Anyway, random story there. So okay, well, that's all I got today. Let's wrap this week up. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. A wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's Friday. I cannot believe it. It's supposed to be nice weather here. Not as nice as it's been this week. Gorgeous week. It's a little bit warmer, but it's still going to be nice. And with that, I'm going to say I love you. It is important to know you are loved. I love that you watch this. Thank you. This is my therapy. Also, Scott, if you're still watching, thanks for the great deal on the new computer. It's beautiful. It's working wonderfully. And I think that y'all can see me. And hopefully I'm not glitchy. Am I at least clear? I hope. Clearer. I don't know. And y'all just be safe. Stay away from people if you can. And if you can't, put a piece of fabric over your face and still try to stay away from them. And with that, I'm going to say bye. I love y'all. And I will see you Monday for another episode of Cooped Up Live. Shit, Koopa said.